Hey, sweet friends. I'm back in here trying to learn my way around in this kitchen. Goodness, I've been gone for so long. Y'all, I was gone for 8 days. A lot longer than usual. Um, anyway, we had a terrific trip. I'll get to more of that in a minute. But I wanted to tell y'all, while I was on the trip, I had some German potato soup and I really liked it. It's different than my usual potato soup. Anyway, I thought today I started looking at what I had here because of course I ain't been to the store in forever, and I had all of the stuff to make it. I thought, okay, well that's what I'm gonna make. Well, y'all know how I am. About 30 minutes later, I changed my mind. I thought, no, I'm not. I don't really want to make that tonight. Um, I just want some of my tacos. Just y'all know my favorite. Just one of my favorites, and I've not made them in a long time. I hadn't even made them in a while before I left. Okay, so I thought, well, we need to talk about some things and get caught up on a few things anyway. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and make my tacos, and that way I can just get on here and talk to you instead of trying to go over a recipe, because I think y'all are going to like that German potato soup. Y'all let me know, have you ever had German potato soup? Have you ever made it? Like I said, it's pretty different in a couple of different ways. The flavor is quite a bit different, but anyway, so that's what I'm doing, y'all. I'm just making my tacos. I'm going to do the Rotel cheese stuff to go over what I call my Rotel tacos. So I'll just be cooking this, and we're just gonna talk. So if you're here for a new recipe, that's not gonna be tonight. However, it is getting that time of year where I love to be in the kitchen cooking. So I kind of slack off in the summertime, but we're gonna be getting it going. I'll be back cooking a lot, and I love fall foods, soups and casseroles and all that stuff. But let me say this real quick while I'm doing this. A lot of people always mention in a lot of my videos whenever I cook ground beef, they want to know how I get it so fine. Well, this is what I do. When I'm cooking it, I stand here and I do this right here. You just about have to, or it's going to be in the chunks, And this is a ground round. They had it, that's what was on sale. Y'all know I always get whatever is the best price. And that's the crazy thing. Whenever I was thinking about the potato soup, I thought I have everything I need, including cabbage. It has cabbage in it. And if y'all will remember, I bought a head of cabbage here a while back for something, and it lasts forever. So I thought, I wonder about that cabbage. I knew I still had it in the fridge, and I got it out, and it's perfectly fine. It was starting to get a little, little brown just around the edges where it had been cut, but that's it. Like when I cut that off, it still was delicious. I even took me a bite of it. I like raw cabbage just to snack on sometimes. But anyway, it was still good, and I thought, I have everything I need to make this soup. That's what I'm going to do, and I won't even have to go to the store today. Well, of course, like I said, then I changed my mind, and I didn't have hardly any of the stuff to make tacos. So then I went to the store. Have you ever? Lord have mercy. Anyway, y'all, like I said, a few things I want to go over. One, let me just say, we went to St. Simon Island, Georgia, and absolutely loved it. That was our first time ever going. Typically whenever I go on vacation or trips, I like to go to the beach. And of course that is on the coast, but it's not your beautiful beaches there. And I knew that before we went. But I wanted something different, and I'm so glad that I did that, because it was most definitely one of my favorite trips I've ever been on. I loved it. We stayed at, I don't know if you're familiar with the area, but we stayed at 400 Ocean Suites, and you couldn't ask for a better place, y'all. It was literally right there in the middle of the little downtown area, like where you have, if you know what I'm talking about, it's like right there by like the Barba Jeans, right there by Half Shell, let's see, the Porch, just if you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. But it was all right there in walking distance, and I love that. I love whenever I go on a trip, and if I don't have to get in my car, I love that. And so it was perfect. And like I said on my post, they had so many little places that had the outside seating, which is great for this time of year because the weather was good. And so whenever we would go during the day, whether it be for breakfast or lunch or whatever, Belle could go with us and go on her little walk. And then if we wanted to stop and get something to eat, we could sit in that little outside area and she could still be there. You know, it's kind of hard if you don't have pets or you never travel with pets, it's kind of hard to understand. But you really appreciate stuff like that because they can still be with you, but you're not, bothering other people. Like I said, I would never take her inside a restaurant, even if it was allowed, just because I just have more respect for other people. That I just would not do that. I would never take her a place that I felt like she couldn't behave right or she was a disturbance to anybody. Like I love her more than anything. Y'all know that. But I also have, common sense too. A little bit anyway. So anyway, we just loved it. I can't even remember all the places that we went to eat. There's so many, and then there's still just so much more that I want to see there that I just didn't have time. I think it would take you like forever to see everything. But I will tell you this, I don't have a single complaint about our condo. Oh my gosh, it was so nice. The price was great, the location, it was clean. I'm talking about those floors and everything. It was spectacular. I can't even say enough good about it. Spectacular. I meant to say spectacular. And then all the restaurants, we didn't go to one single place and have a complaint. Now we did have certain things that we liked better at certain places. Of course you're going to have that. But our favorite place was Halyards. I don't know if you've been there, but we loved it. We went there our last night, and we both said this is our favorite. It was really, really good. Everything about it was good. The service, the atmosphere. Now we did have to drive there. That was a little bit. I think it was maybe 2 miles away, which was okay. But we loved it. So anyway, this is a little quick rundown on that, and yeah, and I still hadn't unpacked. I started to do it earlier. I did take a few things back upstairs to my room, but most of it is still sitting here in the living room. And y'all, back years ago, I would not have dared done that. Like, I was so OCD, everything had to be done. Like, I was one of those psychos that come home from vacation and had everything unpacked and put up within the hour. That's just what I always say. I look back and I'm like, I was a psycho. That's what I was. Anyway, so there's that. And what I want to tell y'all, I keep getting so many questions about the blue check mark. Okay, I did do away with the blue check mark. And I have my reasons for it. I'm not even going to go over that because it's just too much to get into. But I did do away with it, and I may need to get it back. I don't know. I don't want to cause any kind of confusion or anything. But as far as I know, on Facebook, there isn't another page up. The only thing that I have seen, though, is somebody has created a group. It's called a group that you have to join. I don't have any kind of groups. I don't have anything but this page right here. The group, it's like I said, and it's not even showing like my videos or not even my own recipes. The only thing is they're using my name and my picture, which is just goofy. I don't know. So they're using my name, my picture, and they're posting. They're just posting like a lot of pictures, and then I think they're saying like recipe in the comments. I don't know, but that is not my page. Those are not my pictures, except for the picture they're using to claim that it's me. So if you have been seeing that, like I said, it's a group. You can just, if you just block it, then you won't even see it, and you won't have to worry about getting, confused. I try to keep an eye out and try to see if there's, other pages or whatever, but they still have that YouTube page up and going. But I haven't been doing that many videos lately. Like I said, I've just kind of laid back on it. I've been just busy with other stuff. So maybe they're finding something else to do to, because if I'm not putting any out there, then they don't have any to steal. So I just, like I said, I wanted to go over that, and it's the picture that they have on there on that group. Like I said, it is my picture, but it's not the same one that I have in my profile. I've not changed my profile picture on this page since I started it. Another thing you can look for is look at the number of followers. If someone has started a new page, it's not going to have that many followers right off the bat. Okay, so that's something that you can look for, is the number of followers. You can also click on the about me, and it'll be like my stuff. If they don't have all that in there, it's not real. But if I do come across a page, then I always will let y'all know. Hang on a second, let me grab a paper towel. Okay. This is a ground round, so it hardly has any fat in it. So anyway, like I said, as far as I know, it's just that group that's out there right now on Facebook. And so aside from that, I don't think there's really anything to worry about. Like I said, I'm getting so many messages in comments and people saying, is this really you? For some reason people have gotten confused. I don't know if it's because I did take the blue check mark away. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know, but I don't mean to confuse anybody, that's for sure. So anyway, that's that. And it seems like I know I've got something else I need to tell y'all, but right now my mind's going blank. I can tell you one thing, I'm looking forward to these tacos. But y'all, I've got several. Whenever I think of something that I want to cook on here with y'all, I've got to where I will write it down. I use those little index cards like crazy. I love them. And I've got to where I write it down and say, okay, this is what I want to cook, because then I'm liable to forget. I forget everything. And so I've got so many things that I have written down that I want to make that I've got to get busy. Y'all, I've got to get busy in here. We've still got Braden and Colin's birthday. You remember Colin had her birthday about 2 weeks before Braden, or a week before. And we had so much going on. They had a lot going on during that time. And so we never got around to doing her birthday supper. So let's see, which one am I going to use? I always buy different kinds, and then I can't decide which one I want to use. I'm going to do this one. So then as time went on, I just said, well, I'll just do y'all's birthday together. I already know what Braden's gonna want. He is gonna want pork chops, mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, green beans. It has never changed over the years of what he wants for his birthday supper. She wanted meatloaf, mashed potatoes, green beans. So I said, well, we're gonna do pork chops, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, green beans, and macaroni and cheese. We will just do both all together. And because he won't dare touch meatloaf, so he can have his pork chops, and me and Colin can enjoy that meatloaf. Because I've been wanting some. I've been waiting. I haven't made one in a while. I love meatloaf. And now Kanan loved meatloaf. That was one of his favorites too. So it makes me happy that she enjoys it. It gives me more of a, it just inspires me more now to make it. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I didn't have a purpose. There was no purpose in making it, you know, now. Because Braden didn't like it and whatever. So knowing that she loves it and it's one of her favorites, it does make me happy. It's like one of those bittersweet feelings. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, they're just as happy as can be, and just moving right along. I know you always talk about me stirring. I know that's a lot of stuff that y'all say all the time. But with your ground beef, like I said, if you want it crumbled up like this right here, that's what you got to do. Or you're going to have big chunks in it, all right? So sometimes it's beneficial. Now, I'm not going to say every time, but sometimes it is. All right, I got to grab me some water. I didn't even get it. Hang on a minute. All right. So I put about a cup of water in here. And if you are just happen to come across this video and you're new, I don't always just stand here and talk with the camera on me. I never understand why people do that. But anyway, normally I have the camera on the food. That's what I mean, I do talk. But normally I have the camera on the food and not myself. But since I'm not sharing anything new, I'm not, I hadn't really focused on that, but anyway. I always put one whole pack, and then depending on how much I'm doing, I may do about another half a pack, so we'll see. I just put another little sprinkle of another pack in there. And I forgot, I gotta get my stuff going over here for my little Rotel sauce that I like to, put on these tacos. Y'all ever had Rotel tacos? They are so good. Basically, all I do is I just make my regular taco, and then I just make up this little cheese sauce, which, if you've never seen it, it's just I start out with some peppers and onions. I saute those up, and then I'll put in some Velveeta, some cream cheese, some Rotel, and some sour cream. And just melt all that down. It's so good. And just drizzle it over the top of your tacos. I tell you what, talk about good. It is so good. And that is one of my most favorites. Y'all know that. What else was I going to tell y'all? Oh yeah, Belle had a vet visit. She had some blood work done, a full panel of blood work. Everything come back just fantastic. I mean, everything was so good. She has started y'all know she has the problems with her little legs, you know, and I've started noticing, well, she only had the issue with the one leg, that she had that untreated injury whenever I got her. But now I can tell that like the arthritis or whatever is kind of getting into some of her other legs. So I thought it was time. We have started the monthly injection for the arthritis. I can't remember the name of it. If you have a pet, older pet, you probably are aware of what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's a monthly injection that she will go get. And y'all, it made such a difference. It's kind of starting to wear off now because it's been a minute since she got it. I'd say like for like the first 2 weeks, because I guess it's been about 3 weeks now. I just hadn't had a chance to get on here and talk to y'all about it. Those first 2 weeks, I mean, it was like, she was like, it brought back so much youth in her. And I'm so glad that I decided to start that. And then she still has her other pain medicine, the meloxicam, I think is what it's called, that she can take as needed, you know. And she still has her little muscle relaxer that she can take, like if it just, you know, on a long day, if we've been out walking or hiking or whatever, if she needs it, she still has that. So like I said, it has made such a difference, and I'm so glad that we've started it. And then she started a new allergy medicine, which I can't think of the name of it. It's something weird, but anyway, I mean, she hardly even scratches at all. It has worked so well. So even though that visit costed me an arm and a leg with the blood work and everything we had done, it was worth every single penny. She is doing so good. And she, like I said, she enjoyed the trip so much. So anyway, I just wanted to update y'all on that. And if you have a pet that takes that monthly injection, it may not be the same one, but most likely it may be. Let me know in the comments, and let me know how it works out for your pet, because it has done wonders for her. That was just some, if you hadn't seen me do this, that was just some cream cheese and Velveeta. I did about 4 ounces of each. And then I had those, like I said, the sauteed, which is starting to try to stick because I'm talking and not paying attention. The peppers and onions. I'm going to have to go ahead and pour that Rotel in there to glaze that bottom. I sure don't want my Velveeta to burn. But y'all try these Rotel tacos if you've never tried it. I'll tell you what. I love tacos as it is, but this just takes it to another level. And so, yeah, like I said, then I put some Rotel in, and then I put in the sour cream is basically to help, you know, it thins out your cheese. I can't stand the cheese to be so thick, like you just about choke on it. You know what I'm saying? So the sour cream helps with that. But now, if you don't like sour cream, you could always do some milk or heavy cream or even a broth if you want to do that. I don't know how well that goes with the Rotel, but anyway. And then I always love to just slow cook my meat and just let it get good and seasoned up really well. So now I'm going to turn it down low and just let that hang out. And anyway, y'all, like I said, y'all get ready. It's time to get back in the kitchen, do some cooking. And it's a hard time of the year, you know, the 26th of this month is going to be 4 years. It does not even seem like it. It's just crazy when I think it's been 4 years, because it's almost like sometimes I feel like it's been forever, but then again I feel like it was just yesterday. So, you know, it's a hard time. Try to stay busy. I was kind of having a hard time there before the trip for about 2 weeks, I guess. You know, I wasn't on here cooking that much. Like, I was really I was kind of struggling. I was sleeping a lot and just, I don't know. But anyway, the trip really helped. It always helps to get away. I think it's just something about this house, and it's just not the same anymore, and just, I don't know. It's almost like it brings me down. So I don't know. Me and Jay talked about that. I don't know what is the best thing to do, but anyway. So, I'm just going to cook this and get this going. And what's so great about making, if you do make the rotel, the cheese or whatever, you can also have it on the side, would get you some tortilla chips, or if you're having like a taco salad, it's perfect. You already have your chips, and you can eat it like that too with your tacos. Braden always likes to do that. You know, he likes the nacho cheese, not necessarily with the rotel in it because he don't like the tomatoes, but I always get him that is it Rico's or something, that cheese that he likes on his tacos, and then I always fix it with where he has some chips on the side and put the cheese all over it, and so he has it like that. But anyway, y'all, I don't want to keep you while I'm finishing this. I've already got up to 25 minutes on this video. Goodness gracious. Y'all know I could talk till the cows come home. Anyway, I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to get on here and catch up with you a little bit. I hope y'all been doing well. Y'all let me know what you've been cooking, what you've been eating, what you've been doing. I finally been getting around tonight to where I've been trying to get to some of the comments on the stuff that I posted while I was gone. And it's never that I'm trying to ignore y'all or not acknowledge it. I see it, and I appreciate y'all so much, more than you could ever know. And we're going to make that soup. Like I said, I changed my mind tonight, and then I thought, well, it's a good opportunity to just talk and hang out. So anyway, y'all, I'm going to cook this up. If I remember, y'all know I forget everything. If I remember, you know, and I didn't used to be like that until all this trauma happened in my life. If you've ever been through anything traumatic, did it just kind of wipe your brain? I mean, like I'm thinking, how did I used to do all the things that I did? Because now I'm just like a train wreck most of the time. Anyway, I'll try to take a picture if I can get it all fixed up pretty on my plate. But anyway, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.